I want to share something with you. I was given a bit of advice from one of my best girlfriends' mother. She was an employer of mine, and I adore that woman. But she gave me some advice when I was young, and I was working for her. She told me, it's not what you say, it's how other people think they heard you. Now that is probably the smartest yet craziest thing I'd ever heard. Really had to think about that one for a while. But basically what that means is you could be having a conversation and sitting there just talking away, and somebody can walk past you that doesn't know nothing and overhears 3, 4, 5 words of your conversation and automatically thinks that you are talking about something that's totally not what you're talking about. And I think everybody has experienced this. It is how rumors get started. It is how people lose their jobs for being accused of horrible things that never happened because a person misunderstood. They didn't misunderstand because they didn't know the story. They have to know the whole everything that was going on to misunderstand it. They misunderstood it. They didn't hear it right. They weren't listening. They were eavesdropping just enough to run off and tell. So think about that. Like when you're talking out loud and you think you have all this privacy and freedom of speech, if they can hear you, it's not free anymore. Steady up. Read. Once they can hear you, it's no longer private speech. You whisper it, then they've violated your privacy. But if you just talk like you're talking and somebody hears you, surprise, you had no privacy. So be careful when what you're saying, where you're saying it, around who you're saying it to, and who you trust it with. And then be even more mindful that people, they hear what they want to hear. So be very clear when you talk and don't let people twist your words. That got me through a lot. It really helped me out at a really pivotal time in my career at one point. And it actually benefited me by knowing that and saying it's not what I said, it's what they heard, and they didn't hear properly. They misheard the whole conversation, like they missed out on a good 5, 6, 7 minutes of conversation before they heard what they wanted to hear and walked away. So remember that, and be careful, because people are awful. You don't have to just think about what you're saying, but think about when you say it, how it sounds coming out of your mouth, your tone of voice, and what other people might misconstrue, because it's caused a lot of harassment charges that are unnecessary because of misunderstandings. So it's not what you say, it's how other people think they heard you. Have a good day.